Good.
All right. What's going on YouTube? It's Park Visions, and I'm here at Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge Media Day, and we're also here for the 50th anniversary, but for the celebration, we are also experiencing the longest family event here in North America. And today I'm joined by...
Hey, my name is Connor Carr. I'm the Corporate Vice President of Rides and Engineering.
Thanks for coming along, Connor. And
absolutely.
So just so the audience can get a gist of Big Bad Wolf and the story, can you give us like a backstory on Big Bad Wolf?
Absolutely. Big Bad Wolf was a classic here at the park, right? It ran for over 20 years, and a lot of people grew up with it at this park. And so what we wanted to do was bring back a new family attraction for this park, but also, as you said, today, not just this year, but today is the 50th anniversary of Buschgardens Williamsburg. And so what better ride we decided to choose to bring back as a part of that and open and share this birthday than the return of the Big Bad Wolf. And so we've been working on this for a few years, and we're very excited to be here on opening day and sharing it with everyone.
That's a great thing, because that was going into my next question. My next question was, how was the process getting into the works and the process getting it here at Buschgardens Williamsburg?
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, it was really all about the nostalgia, right? And what's going to make the best attraction. And so bringing in the Big Bad Wolf and doing a ride like this where it's all new, we have onboard audio, we have more theming, it's bigger. But also with a lot of the nods and the nostalgia to the original ride for our longtime guests, and hopefully a lot of nostalgia that new guests will come and have that nostalgia in 30 years. We'll be talking about the fact that this ride's been here forever, but it's a ton of fun. We're super excited. One thing we keep saying is that the Big Bad Wolf isn't gone; it just lives inside of the Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge.
That is true. And yeah, the nostalgia is one thing I really love about, Big Bad Wolf, how it came back and then it just really just immersed into something more, which is pretty cool. And I really love this. And, so another thing is, what can guests look forward to on Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge in terms of like the layout and just the queue line and just the queue in general?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you start off by going through the Bavarian theming, and you see all the beer barrels and everything as you walk into, kind of the warehouse-esque station. There's a great train. We're super excited about, bringing this train to life with, the lead car, which is the head of the wolf, and the light-up eyes. As you leave the station, it's 2 lift hills over 60 feet. So it's a lot of fun. It creates a fun experience, but it also is a nod to the original ride with the 2 lifts. And then, as you go through the layout, you go through the incredible Virginia landscape, but also, you go through the village, right? And there's some nostalgia there, brought back the Bavarian village. You go over top of the stables, which to a lot of long-term fans, if you'll notice on the side, we've named Draken Stable, which is a nod to another one of our longtime favorite rides here. And then you even end going through a great Bavarian celebration at the end with the beer steins and the music playing, and and we also mentioned the old Draken Fire ride. The other great thing is that this is pretty hallowed ground here at the park, because this ride does sit on the former property of the Draken Fire ride, and we're actually reusing the original Draken Fire station for this new ride.
Love that. And so also, what can we look forward to in terms of themings on add-ons? Will we see any more theming be added on to Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge in the future?
Yeah, I think with a ride like this, we want to make sure that the experience is just right, and having ridden it, probably 30, 40, 50 times, and working on it through our creative team, at a certain point you get it perfect and you don't want to touch it anymore. And, really in the review, I think right now we feel that it's just perfect. It's just right. We have the nostalgia plus, right, all of the things that'll make this ride its own and bring it to life. And so I think we're pretty happy with the outcome.
That's great. And so one more thing is, what was the talks about when knowing that you were going to bring this icon back to the park? Like, how was it in the talks of like, obviously with the park president, the park, and B&M as well. How was the talks with B&M bringing back this icon with bringing their new model, which is the family invert, something new that they're doing? How was the talks with them with that?
Yeah, so I think anytime that you set out to bring back an icon and nostalgia, right? Some people, they ask, if you were nervous about doing that, right? What's the reaction? And we were excited, right? Because it's not just we do everything for our guests, right? But we get just excited as we know they're going to, and actually we get excited knowing they're going to get excited. And so when we decided to bring back this park icon, we felt the excitement ourselves, and we knew that we were doing the right thing. We were going to step up to the challenge and bring back everything that everyone loved about the original ride, and then make it that much better. And that's when it led to our great partners at B&M bring that family inverted coaster here. One of the best things about that is that 42-inch rider height. It gives that free feeling of flying through the woods, through the village, right, up and over the different elements, but then also just a great overall coaster experience too, right? The layout and everything about it, the comfortability of the train, really just all comes together to create something that we're really happy with.
Yes, and I really love that because the trains looks amazing. From the concept art to like just real life, seeing it in person, just face to face, it really just shows the theming, just the dedication and the hard work y'all really put into putting this ride together and bringing it back to life as an icon, and having children being able to ride this as well, having that low height requirement, having them having the time to actually experience the just the nostalgia going through the ride, the layout. So there's one last question that I think a lot of people is excited to hear, or is very anxious to know.
Sure.
So that question is, could we see another icon make its way back to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg in the near future?
That is a great question. Every year, our goal is to bring something incredible for our guests. Whether it's a new ride, whether it's bringing back nostalgia or a park icon. But to your question about what's next, my only answer is you're just going to have to wait and see.
All right, so you guys heard, because I know that is something everybody is anxious to know, that, what's next to come for Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Like Connor said, you're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, thank you, Connor, for this amazing interview. And thank you so much for your dedication and hard work on this amazing new icon coming to Busch Gardens Williamsburg just next week. And past members, obviously, of course, you can come ride Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge today from 9:30 to 11:30, which is a huge opportunity, which is going to be amazing with the park. And then also you can come, if you can't make it today, you're also able to come the 17th and the 18th from 11 a.m. to closing to ride Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge for past members. And then also the opening is next week for Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge, and just celebrating the 50th anniversary of this park is really amazing. So again, Connor, thank you. And
thank you very much.
If you guys want to see more interviews like this with Connor and anybody at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on stuff like this. But yeah, that's going to do it. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.